Shelling in Donbas has ended up in fresh wounded and deaths among Ukrainian soldiers and the civilian population. Over the past several weeks, illegal armed formations have opened fire not just against positions of the Ukrainian army, but against the civilian population as well. The situation aggravated not only in Donbas. Russia has put its military forces stationed in the Ukrainian border and in Crimea on a high alert.
Since the beginning of summer, they intensified efforts and capacity. This is true both for northern direction, there in Belarus they deploy trains with new troops, equipment and vehicles, and southern direction in Crimea, where the military drills have already started on the 20 grounds.
The Trilateral Contact Group issued a statement stating Russia uses the escalation of the situation as the blackmail tool to intimidate Ukraine on the eve of the important international events.
I mean the Crimean Platform and Biden's meeting with Zelenskyy and Zelensky's meeting with Merkel. Russia is afraid that there may some agreements be reached that are not beneficial to it, and therefore it shows its military capacity to the West and the threat of starting large-scale military operations in the Donbas.
Concurrently, the Kremlin has gone on a propaganda rampage, particularly reinforcing information attacks against the Crimean Platform, like in the following statement.
Yet another mayhem is going to take place in a week, the Crimean Platform, where the West will continue cherishing neo-Nazi and racist behavior of the current Ukrainian authorities. If our Western partners are forced to hide their complete recognition of reality in a bid to play in troglodyte instincts of the current Ukrainian authorities, that's regretful. They just back themselves into the corner, and it will be extremely tough to get out of it.
According to Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba, by such an action, Kremlin once again proved its fear of the results of the Crimean Platform summit.
Let me be frank, I'm pleased with such a neurotic reaction. Citing the famous saying by Mahatma Gandhi, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. The Russian Federation has successfully passed the first two stages, and now they are on the third. They are fighting us. And there will be the fourth one, the stage of Ukrainian victory and the return of Ukrainian Crimea.
Attempting to disrupt the successful event of the Crimean Platform summit, Russia has been threatening countries which are planning to take part in it.
It's just another poor way to invent their own Magnitsky list. Considering that Russia is more dependent on Europeans and the US than Europe and the US on the Russian Federation, I think they have little to worry about.
Experts also believe that the aggressive rhetoric is being employed by Russian politicians to mobilize the electorate on the verge of the election to the State Duma.
Lavrov himself is in the top 5 of the United Russia Party members list. He plays his role as an electoral locomotive. They aim to bring some achievements for United Russia, including in the Crimea and among the holders of Russian passports in Donbas.
Despite the Kremlin blackmailing attempts, Western partners do not refuse to support Ukraine. Particularly, this concerns military assistance and struggle for the country's sovereignty. 40 countries have confirmed their participation in the Crimean Platform summit, reported by Nick Starkov, UATV News.